everyone, and welcome back. So we are going to discuss about delusion, what is delusion, and by the way, if you remember our first module, where would you document delusion? It would be on your MSE, but what part of your MSE, right? Is it thought process or thought content? Okay, so know this stuff because it's super important, especially in suicide ideations. Where would you document suicide ideation? Again, let's go ahead and get started with NP exam coach, preparing you for your PMHNP board certification. This is our roadmap. What is delusion? Okay, delusion is a false, unwavering belief despite evidence of the contrary. You can't tell them that's not true. So when you find someone with delusional patient, you cannot necessarily have to agree with them, but you do not tell that it is not true. You do not initiate the confrontation. Okay, so a false belief despite evidence of the contrary. Understanding delusion helps identify and support individual experience mental health challenges. Thinking a mnemonic, think delusion, where someone loses touch with reality. Frequent tested points usually is whether what kind of delusion is the patient having. Is this a persecutory or is it a grandiose delusion? And there are several delusions type, right? So understanding what they are would be helpful. So again, one of the ways to kind of understand it's kind of asking the patient what is the symptoms and properly documenting, right? So here we are talking about referential thinking. What is referential thinking? Is a rational thought about personal connections to random events or objects. For example, believing a billboard has a secret message especially for you. So special, right? Well, recognizing reference thinking can aid in a diagnosis of a mental health condition. I hope none of us do this, right? Mnemonic referee. So reality, everything feels extremely related, right? Really, everything feels extremely related. So frequent tested point is ideas of reference in mental health like schizophrenia is normal, right? So they think that the message in the billboard or the perhaps the your vehicle plate it has a special number. Those numbers will lead to winning the lotto. So there will be referential thinking, right? So it's a special message in those numbers for you. So understanding what's delusion. Don't get it confused between hallucination and delusion. For example, difference between delusion and the referential thinking and the impact of delusion on daily life and relationships. These are things that are often come back on tests. Okay, which checking or learning, which of the following scenario best illustrate referential thinking? Sarah believes she can talk to animals, even though no evidence supports this claim. John attributes his recent car accident to someone cursing him with the bad luck. Lisa sees her name on the billboard and believes the advertisement is secretly uh, about her life. D, as Mark is convinced he is a famous, even though no one else publicly recognizes him, right? So this one was a sort of a giving, right? We kind of went over the billboard. Lisa attributes personal meanings to unrelated events, i.e., the billboard. A represents a delusion because Sarah has a strong belief despite evidence of contrary. B, it shows suspicions, right? Superstitions. superstition, I'm sorry, related thinking, not example of referential thinking. And D is another example of delusion, false fame or grandiose of some kind, in which Mark has a strong false belief. Okay, this was a easy peasy subject. Let's move on to the next training on module 2. I'll see you on the next module. Bye bye.